Today we're visiting Hornbaker Gardens, located near Princeton, Illinois, a place you have to see to believe. No other garden center in the area has the inventory they have here, packed with plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, perennials, succulents, you name it, they've got it. And joining us today is Dave Hornbaker, creative director and co-owner here at Hornbaker Gardens, which is also this segment's sponsor. Dave, thanks for having us back out here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here again.
So why do you think Hornbaker Gardens is a destination garden center for so many people?
We have become a destination garden center, I'd say for many reasons, one of which is our location. It's a pretty unique setting. We're out in the sticks, off the beaten path, and we are nestled amongst a bunch of steep ravines, atop a bluff on the outskirts of the Illinois River Valley, and that setting right there alone is unique. Yeah. And then on top of that, there's just a whole lot of selection of plant material, garden art, decor, and a whole lot of help here as far as staff goes to help our customers pick out something special for their own place. And we now have over 400 varieties of hostas. But besides that, there are new things that we bring on board every year. We're actually sitting in something new. This is polywood, recycled plastic furniture, and if you're interested at all in some outdoor furniture, polywood is probably one of the best lines of outdoor furniture.
Okay, let's go back to some of the plants and all that you guys offer. Talk to us about the different varieties of plants that you offer here at Hornbaker.
We have thousands of different varieties of plants. Like I said, over 400 varieties of hostas. We're taking on new ones each year and doing away with some older varieties each year. So that collection is always being revised and worked on. But besides that, there are aquatic plants, annuals, succulents, and my favorite department, trees and shrubs. We've just got a lot of different varieties of each category of plants.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those trees and shrubs, because a lot of people have a hard time deciding on the right plant or the tree or the shrub for their landscape. How can you help shoppers make the best choice for their space?
Well, there's a lot of options, and it gets overwhelming.
It does.
In a hurry. Even me, I've studied horticulture in college. I grew up out here at the gardens, and I'm still learning. What's the location like? What is the soil type like? What kind of light exposure? And all those variables that come into play when gardening. Once you start answering some of those questions, you can start narrowing down what's going to work well, and then that's what we're here for, to help pick out the right plant for the right spot.
You guys have so many beautiful gardens here. We're going to go take a look at a couple of them right now.
That sounds great.
All right, so Dave, you have many gardens here on site that people would love to have in their own space. So how can you help guests with their own designs and making it their own?
Well, the landscapes and the display gardens here are meant to inspire, are meant to offer up ideas on what our customers could do with their own spaces. But we do encourage customers to bring out pictures, to bring out measurements of their own spaces, and we're happy to take a look at those pictures and offer up some suggestions on what might work well.
So how can you help with making their garden kind of stand out though and make it unique?
We
kind of like this, maybe this chair?
Yes, yeah. This is one of the most unique plants we've ever had at the gardens here. This is a royal frost birch, one of my favorite trees just in general. But this one, as you know, has been traded into a chair.
I love it.
You're the first to have sat in there.
Really?
This is great. Yes, yeah.
I had no idea.
And they have been trained over the years into a chair form. We have the royal frost birch, which is my favorite. There's autumn blaze maple, blood good London plane tree, and redbud. And those three species have all been trained into a chair form. And in 3 years' time, it's supposed to, if you take this support off, after 3 years of growth, it's supposed to hold the average adult weight, which is right around 250, 300 pounds. They also have some cushions that you can put on there to make it a little more comfy. It's not the most practical seat, but I will say that it's a conversation piece, and you're going to have some people climb up into it for sure.
Yeah, your garden's going to stand out if you have this
Definitely,
in your space,
definitely.
right?
Yeah, they're so unique and fun, and I'm really excited to have them.
Yeah. So what else do you have besides the chair that can make people's gardens stand out?
This year, well, each year we have some new conifers, some really interesting conifers, trees, shrubs, across the board. There's new varieties each year, but in particular this year we've never really carried topiaries, and this year we have a good selection of topiaries and juniper, boxwood, some pines, and those are just fun and interesting as well.
So some of the perennials that people purchase for their flower beds and their pots, sometimes they don't always make it to the end of the season. So how can you help shoppers get the most out of their flowers?
Well, some plants are more particular than others. Hostas, that's one group of plants that you can put just about anywhere and it'll grow as long as you give it water. But there are other plants that require more care, and what we try to do is, over the years we've compiled a lot of information and resources for our customers, and those are in the form of brochures that we can send home with them, explaining how to water, when to water, things like that, when to prune, how to prune, and all of that information can also be found on our website under a resources tab at the top of the page.
Okay, because a lot of people, they get these flowers home, and even though you told them, you know, how to take care of them, or their trees or their shrubs, they often forget.
Right, and we often throw a lot of information at our customers when we're talking with them and working through ideas for their landscape. So those resources are very helpful. Once you get home, you'll have that to refer to.
So if people are still looking for plants and shrubs and trees and whatnot, where can they find you in Princeton?
We are 5 miles southeast of Princeton. We're kind of out in the sticks. It's actually a wonderful, long, windy, picturesque road to get here. There's a lot to see, so I would give yourself some time if you're heading out here, and allow for time to not only shop but take in the landscape. A lot of people consider Hornbaker Gardens their happy place, and that's the ultimate compliment for us, because they come out. We have some picnic tables up here. We encourage people to bring out some food, some drink, and enjoy themselves.
For sure. It is such a beautiful place.
Thank you so much.
Dave, again, thank you so much for inviting us out here.
Thank you for being here.
Again, this segment was sponsored by Hornbaker Gardens, and for more information, you can go to hornbakergardens.com. We'll also have details posted on ourquadcities.com.